y'all wanna hop in the game and do the same, selling tickets to your favorite name. Join our trade. Ticket resellers investing in building every day. Join our
We have the easiest way to make money online. As you see over here, there's no MLM, no pyramid scheme, no ads or marketing required, no selling tickets in the streets, and you don't need any labor costs to scale up.
Hey, if you're interested in scaling your ticket business or your business into the millions, like I've done, selling tickets strictly online, 100% online, you'll never catch me out in the streets. Go to thetickettrap.com again.
Y'all see what state the game is in when the streets don't hold the culture of the game. Now that the weird Twitter nerds and the nerds and all of these weird motherfuckers got, you know what I mean, they got their hands on the culture. The street, the voice of the streets don't mean as much as it did when we was coming up. There was a lot of cons to that as well. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that, but you see what happened when the streets, you know what I mean, don't control the game no more. It's a lot of fuck nigga shit going on, man. And a lot of people's okay with it because they're fuck niggas, man.
This is the thing. What he's talking about is true, man. You know, when you talk about the culture, it tends to happen to us, even with the advent of hip hop. You know, and remember when we had control of it like that, our message was one thing. Our message was, you know, we were gonna speak about what we're going through. At that particular point in time, we were talking about oppression because we understood that. I don't think we understood the power of it right away, but we understood that we're going to talk about the stuff that we're going through currently. We're going to talk about our pain, our struggle, our triumph, and our successes, right? And we were so talented that whatever art form we put it in, it was trendy. Everybody else will copy. Everybody else, you know, will emulate it. But the problem became is when you got the dorks and the nerds that came in with the bag, right? They understood and they saw the power of it. They saw how it was transforming. They saw how it was lifting ourselves up from our proverbial bootstraps. So they came in and co-opted the game and said, hold on, I'm going to pay some dudes from whatever, right, to just talk about some gangster shit, because that was always an element, right? That was always the element of what we were going through, but it wasn't the dominant element. It was just a portion. But you also had the portions of the poor righteous teachers that would come in and that they would know, okay, my brother's a gangster, my brother's this, but in order for our people to be uplifted, I gotta, dang, you better take us to the house, come with a different type of message. I gotta come with a message of uplifting. So even though they were both there, they would be able to bet, and you put them on the scale, they would balance each other out. But the powers that be, the people that came with the money, said, nah, we can't really have these people, you know, really come picking themselves up by their bootstrap, because we feast off the carcass of these people, right? These people, we making money off these people. These people are powerful people. These people, you know, if they ever realize their power and how to use it, if we ever let them get power, it'll be over for us. So they said, oh no, we can't do that. Let's go the drug route. Let's go to war on drugs. Let's flood the neighborhoods. Let's take over the media. Let's take over, you know, the music. And if we take over that, we got them. We already got the school systems. We already got the government. They created something to uplift themselves. No, we got to destroy that. And the same thing you see happening now, you know, in these different industries, podcasting, radio, all the same type of situation now. It doesn't even, like, if you for the culture, people don't even want to hear you. You got to be a fucking clown. You got to be a comedian. You got to be just a, you know, somebody who just talk about a whole bunch of nonsense all day, talking about sex all day, or talking about some bullshit. If it's anything that's going to be thought-provoking or challenging, they think you boring. They don't want to fund that. But they'll fund comedians. They'll fund, you know, people that are totally destructive to the culture. Think about it. Think about the people that got the funding out there. Think about the people that's pushed to you know, the spotlight. Think about it, right? Think about what they represent. You could come, all you gotta do is come in and had a bag now. It used to be a time where people would want to come deal with you because of your platform and because you were for the culture. Now it's strictly commercial. It's strictly about money. If you got the money, you can get the person. Before, it was no money ever even thought about being exchanged, because they knew they was coming to help you and you was coming to help them. People already had to understand, like, look, man, I'm a celebrity. I'm already getting my bread. I'm gonna come sit down and talk about it because I like what you brothers is doing. I see what you brothers is doing. Now it's like, yo, what's the fee? What's the fee? What's your budget? And look, I understand it's business at the end of the day. I'm not negating that, right? But I'm just saying, like, the game has been totally co-opted where it just comes down to all money. Now it's a business at the end of the day, right? But you can't always mix business and culture. Sometimes it has to just be, you know, doing it for the culture. It's not always about doing it for the money, is what I'm saying, right? So even when Dame Dash had the culture vulture movement, it wasn't for money, right? He was doing it for what he thought was the culture and calling certain people out. But what happened? I don't know if he got threats. I don't know what happened. It was a powerful movement that was systematically, or I ain't gonna say systematically, it was just destroyed damn near overnight. And other movements that were destroyed overnight. So that's just my thoughts on it. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I can go on and on about this topic. Very passionate, about it. But once we lost control of hip hop, the mechanism, right now you got some people who got their masters, and but we don't control the message, and that's the issue. Even with media, with podcasting, we don't control the narrative anymore. Most people are just looking for headlines and stories and shit, and they just follow suit. That's why I think it's important to bring your own guest on and let them tell their own stories, because at least they can write their own narrative. At least, right? But now it's just, we let the dominant society, dominant media write our own narratives. We let dominant society tell us what's good in hip hop, what good music is, who the top artists are. When most of the top artists is fucking garbage. Let's keep it real, bro. Like, the people that they call top artists out here that got catchy music, they can't really spit like that. They don't have no lyrical content. I'm not going to really put no names out there right now, right? But they don't really have lyrical content like that. Think about it. They not really hot like that, right? It's just perception. It's not reality. Like, they be showing these people freestyling, these ABC ass rhymes. I could do better than these people. I don't even rap. I got my money in my sock. I said, fuck the cops. ABC nursery rhymes. Catch a piggy by his toe. If he holler, let him go. That could actually be a hit right now. So that's my thoughts. Your brother O got me Hip Hop News Uncensored. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you guys think about my boy Benny. Hey, if you want to advertise with us, hit me right now. OGOD at hiphopun.com. That's OGOD at hiphopun.com. And be sure to check out our sponsor at the top line of the description box. I appreciate y'all like a mug. We out of here. Moving out. Peace.